Deuce close. Mastering Madden.
2 videos ago, I showed you guys how to use the forced outside release go route to get 15, 20, 30 yards against cover 2. This video, I'm going to show you how to use it against cover 3, cover 4, man coverage for easy one-play touchdowns. Okay, so if you're not using this route already, I think this video will finally bring you onto it. Okay, so, a bit of a theme here with the backers playbook because, especially this gun pack trips has a lot of them. And I'll just show you how those matching zone coverages still have a lot of flaws, and at the line of scrimmage, mainly with press zone coverage, you're going to see a lot of flaws. Okay, so we're going to Packer slants here, like we've been doing last few videos. So, okay, cover 3 sky press. So what you're going to basically do is just anytime that you see your opponent pressing. Okay, so it can be, at this point you don't even care. Like it'll either be cover 3, 2, or 4 or something like that. If it's cover 2, from the video that I showed you that we can kind of throw that pass towards the sideline, just out of reach of that safety and get a nice big chunk of yards. In this case, we can actually just throw it up for an easy one-play touchdown because the press animation, because this is the first year that zone coverages like cover 3 and cover 4 will actually get a jam on that wide receiver. But with this specific route here, as you see on the left with Ted Ginn Jr., they don't actually get bumped. Okay, and even in this case where Ted Ginn, okay, you can't see it because I have 2 controllers going, but he's 1 speed lower than the cornerback. Okay, so you don't even need a super fast receiver. You can easily torch him here. Okay, so just to show you here, we got a standard cover 3 and it's in press. Okay, so all we're going to do is just snap it. He's going to round him. 10 yards of separation. We get our easy touchdown. So that's, another huge flaw with this game, but why not use it to our advantage if we can? Okay, so that's cover 3. I also want to show you that it works against cover 4. I already showed you cover 2 in that last video. If you haven't seen it, I'd definitely go check that out. So Packer slants again. And we'll go with cover 4 quarters, and we'll manually press this. So it's not something about like auto pressed coverages or manually pressed. Same thing. So we'll go ahead here. In that case, he actually touches him a little bit, but no problem, right? Actually, I don't think I threw that well. There's only like a couple yards of separation. I think we can get even better than that. Okay, glitch route. Let's try it again. I mean, the safety's kind of there still a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Easy stuff. Okay, so, if you haven't already, definitely get this route into your arsenal because you can pretty much just leave that on one side against, whatever. Work with your trips on this side and just keep an eye on it. Is it a cover 2? Are they pressed? Is it a cover 2? We can use that route for big yards in a lot of situations, and then it's just isolated. We don't need anything to work off of that. I'll also show you man coverage. So if I'll just go into let's go into Overstorm Brave here, and we'll press coverage. Let's just get these guys out of their blitz for now, and of course man coverage should work just like that. Another easy touchdown. I want to actually see off-man coverage if it works against off-man coverage. I didn't test that one out yet. I'm feeling like it could work. Not really. Okay, so anytime you see... Basically, I would do it anytime where that cornerback's 5 yards or less from the line of scrimmage. So if he's 5 yards or less, it's a good chance if he's 5 yards, it's a good chance it's cover 2, in which case you can throw that. If it's pressed, if it's pressed cover 2, you can still work that in. If it's pressed cover 3 or 4 or man, you can get that touchdown. Now, one major caveat to this that won't make it as good as it looks is that if we get into press here, and if your opponent protects the sticks, like we're seeing a lot now where people are using protect the sticks to cancel out of the match coverage, and now you're in a spot drop zone. In this case, you see the cornerback plays that much better. So, the best case scenario, somebody's running press on you, they don't protect the sticks, and you can get that easy one-play touchdown. Worst case scenario, you kind of get a feel for what they're doing. Okay, if you see that and the cornerback's playing that well, now you know that he's protecting the sticks. Now, do I know what that'll open up yet? I don't know. Other than, you're gonna go into a straight up spot drop zone coverage, and that's a little bit more predictable to pick apart. So, that's a little bit of a knowledge game that you can start to play. But if you're, especially, I would say majority of players right now, other than the high-end players, if they're running press on you, you can use this for easy touchdowns. Okay, so that's that. One more thing I want to bring up is the usage of this route and similar routes for off-zone coverage. So let's go into cover 3 sky here. So what I'm actually liking to do now, because of this nose 91 zone coverage, is I'll do something like I'll put Traquan Smith here on the strong side on a comeback route, or even, if he's already on a forced outside release go route, or even one of those delayed go routes where it's like somewhere between the regular streak and then this one that Ted Ginn has. What'll happen, he'll slow his route, and then the cornerback will be, by that time, more than 10 yards away from him, and you can just throw that outside, and then you can maybe rack catch that. So it's going to look something like this. And see how quick and easy of a 10 yards that is? Now, I like to kind of keep something from the slot here from Meredith to kind of preoccupy that slot cornerback. So then you can just, catch it and throw it. It's kind of strange. But yeah, just catch it and throw it. Easy yards every single time. Now, that's something you're going to have to watch out for. So, like, if you don't know for sure if it's cover 3, it might be cover 2 or man coverage. What you need to kind of look at, you need to pay attention to the technique of that cornerback. If he stays flat-footed or something like that, I would stay away from that, because then that'll tell me he's either in a cloud flat, hard flat, man coverage or something like that, and you won't want to do that. But if he starts to backpedal, means he's in a quarters or a deep third. See that, and see how much space we have there. And then maybe, if you have somebody good out there, you can juke him. You can make him miss. If you can make him miss, you're probably off to the races. And then this is going to be especially good for all of the guys that, are running those crossfire blitzes or other 3 deep zone blitzes where you have to base align. And that's going to bring that cornerback way off, and you just have more room to work with right here. See, and if I could just make him miss, maybe the safety gets there, but you see how you can get really, really dangerous here. So these are, these types of routes where they have this kind of late stem where they kind of hesitate at the line a little bit outside. They can be really, really dangerous for you against cover 2, against the press. You just saw how we can get easy touchdowns, and then against off zone coverage, we can get easy 10 yards. That's, like I've been showing you, away from the user, and also it's just quickly developing. I also really like it in situations where you need a lot of yards. So say it's like 2nd and 20, 2nd and 15 or something like that. You need to get those yards back after you got sacked or whatever. It's an easy way to get a big chunk of that back, and I really, really like that. This, I would say, yeah, okay. I want to mention a few more things. I have been running this online, and it seems scary to just throw it out there, but so far it's been working well for me. You will want to keep an eye also on that slot defender. I mean, if he's baseline, if he's way over here, you don't really care, right? He's never going to be able to undercut that. Actually, what on earth is he doing? Yeah, good position. Let's just put him back. But if they are running cloud flats, which I'm not sure what people are going to do this year yet, if they're going to, because it seems like curl flats are doing really well. But if they're running cloud flats, and if you throw that, he's going to be there to make a play. So you need to keep an eye on that, okay? And really super simple to check if it's a cloud flat or a curl flat. If it's a cloud flat, you'll see that he just shoots out there right away. What are we in? Okay. Just watch his technique. He shoots out there right away. But then you should have this open up. Okay, now I threw that late. You should be able to get that in. But if they're cloud flat, you're going to throw that seam route to Meredith or whoever your slot receiver is. So let's just run that again. Okay, so that should be easy yards. And at that point, you know, if you're running that a lot, the user might start to cheat on that. So that, you know, you'll have to check for that. But if he stays in a curl flat, you'll see that he'll stay with the slot receiver to bump him or whatever. See that? And then you just throw that. Sometimes if you throw it too early like I did there, the ball doesn't take the right route. So you need to wait a little bit. And there you go. Okay, and then I should say you should actually be able to use this. Yeah, I wouldn't really do this on the weak side, on the solo side here. So let me see if I put him on a comeback here. Yeah, that flat kind of gets in there. So I would stick with that forced outside release go route on the left there. So you know, if they press anytime, so manually press. Ted Ginn is a little bit slower than Robert Alford, but he can still burn him no problem. Okay, so just another weapon that you guys can add to your passing arsenal. Of course, I'm going to still come with these, you know, maybe it won't be every day, every other day. I'm going to keep giving you guys that fire heat that's going to help you win a lot more Madden games and have a lot more fun with it. You know, we'll keep an eye on this, see if they patch it, because it is a little bit ridiculous that this route can get, you know, burn any of those coverages over there. But we'll keep an eye on that. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video, and we'll see you in the next one.